Good morning. It's Tuesday again.
Good morning. It is a beautiful day in Glendive, Montana, and we're here to celebrate spring and
talk about binding.
Right. It's our Tips, Tricks, and Tutorial Tuesday, and we are going to talk about binding and just some different ways. So we'll start with the traditional binding on a quilt done here by Crayusa Squires. Binding is normally cut 2 1/2 and folded wrong sides together, stitched on the front by machine, and then turned to the back and stitched by hand. That is a traditional binding.
And then we have a couple other options that we've laid out here for you to show. The first one here by Laura is a binding cut on the bias. It's really great when you have a bold print, directional print that you want to showcase to add a little bit something special on the edge.
Stripes work great, and this is kind of a modified stripe fabric cut on the bias. And this is stitched in a traditional way on the front of the quilt and then hand stitched on the back. And but that stripe gives you kind of that spiral effect.
Yeah. And then right next to that we have one that is brought back to the front with it's a self-binding from the back, and then they've just done a
serpentine,
serpentine stitch to bring that around to the front if you want to use your backing. And then this one is one that I just completed, and I wanted to do something a little more artsy for a friend. So I ended up starting with sewing it on the back and then brought it around to the front to do a chunky stitch. So there is definitely the traditional binding that you can do that's loved by most everyone. And then just it's kind of fun to experiment sometimes to try something new. So there's our tip for this Tuesday.
Have a good one.